there, Igniters, it's me. Now, can you think about what special day it is today? I bet you've all guessed it. So today, it's Mother's Day. I hope that you've all made your mummies a delicious breakfast to start the day off right. And today, we're going to be thinking about both our mummies and about some of the promises that God makes to us in the Bible. Have you ever made a promise? I've made loads of promises, and this Lent I promised that I was going to give up chocolate for 40 days. It's been so tricky. And all the way back in January in the new year, I made a New Year's promise that I was going to read the whole of the Bible in 1 year. Now the Bible is absolutely full of promises. Can you think of any? So what about Noah? God promised Noah that he would send a rainbow to remind us that he would never flood the whole of the world again. Jesus promises that if we love him, we can go to heaven. And God promises that he will always listen to our prayers. God also promised Daniel in the lion's den that he would never leave him. In fact, can you remember what Old Testament and New Testament means? I think we learnt it ages ago, back when we could see each other in Ignite. So Old Testament means Old Covenant, and New Testament means New Covenant. Now a different word for covenant is promise. So the Bible is split into the Old Promise and the New Promise. The Bible is absolutely full of promises that God gives to us. Now, I know it's been a really long time since we were able to see each other, but I wonder if any of you can remember about our promise jar. Before we said our prayers each week, one of us would take out a promise and we would try and keep it that week. It might have been to wash the pots, or maybe it was to be kind to a friend. But each week we took out a promise and we tried to keep it. At the moment, we can't take the promises out of the jar because we're not able to see each other. So I thought today we could make our very own promise jar. All you're going to need is an old jar or container and a piece of paper. Here's one I made earlier. Here's my promise jar, and I have already filled it full of promises. And I've got some more ready to put in. Now, as soon as it's Mother's Day, I thought maybe some of the promises that we put in our jar could be to help our mummies. So what about this one? I promise to make my bed. Now, I'm not very good at making my bed, so I hope that maybe if I put that in there, I'll be able to get better at it. What about this one if you're a little bit older? I promise to cook tea at least once this week. Unfortunately, I have to cook tea every day. Or what about this one that I'm going to promise this week? I promise to be kind to my sisters. So, your task this week is to fill your jar full of promises. Then every Sunday, to take out a promise from the jar, read it, and try that week to keep it. I'm sure you're all going to do amazingly. And I can't wait till we can see each other again and you can tell me all about your promise jars. Have a great week, Igniters, and I'll see you soon.